From MTN Sports, this is Bobcat Insider, sponsored by First Interstate Bank.
An historic ground game on Saturday has led to an historic start for the Bobcats, who are 10-0 and on the cusp of a Big Sky championship when they go out to UC Davis this weekend. I'm Keaton Galogly alongside Grace Lawrence on the Bobcat Insider. And Grace, 511 yards on the ground this week, 7 rushing touchdowns, which set a program record. It was a sight to behold.
511 yards is just almost hard to comprehend. It's so much. And you know, they say they run the dang ball, and they really live up to that phrase. And it's not just one guy. It's so many guys. 3 different running backs, Tommy, Ty, the wealth of spread. And
one of the guys who has helped spring this ground game is tight end Ryan Lonergan, who's going to join us in studio today along with head coach Brent Vigen. But we did see some more national award resumes get bolstered from Adam Jones and Tommy Milan.
Yeah, well, Adam's on that watch list for Jerry Rice, and I mean, he had 5 carries, but he averaged 32 yards per carry, some long runs, a touchdown. It was phenomenal to see.
Yeah, 159 yards on 5 carries. That's a good day at the office. Tommy Milan, 4 carries for 2 more touchdowns. He's got 10 total rushing touchdowns on the season. All right, we're going to step aside, and when we come back, we're talking with head coach Brent Vigen as we get set for the Bobcats and the Aggies for a Big Sky Championship this Saturday.
Welcome back to Bobcat Insider, sponsored by First Interstate Bank.
Back on the Bobcat Insider, I'm Keaton Galogly alongside head coach Brent Vigen, with the Bobcats sitting at 10-0 heading into this big-time matchup this weekend against UC Davis. But before we talk about that Aggies game, Coach, boy, the ground game was pretty impressive. I guess really the only drawback here was when you looked at the numbers, it wasn't really complimentary football. It was all on the ground.
Right, yeah, we would like to be a little more balanced, but you know, the rushing numbers really piled up. Anytime you rush for 500, it's hard to throw for too many, and we'll take it however we get it.
Tell me a little bit about this offensive line performance and just what you saw now that you've had a chance to really review the tape.
Well, it starts with them. You know, I think the holes that were open, so you know, our guys got a chance to get into that second level over and over again, linebacker, safety level, and I thought the running backs really saw it pretty cleanly. And you know, the long runs were a product of all things, and you got to throw in the receivers and tight ends and their ability to block downfield as well. So, you know, I thought we got it going right from the start, scored in 3 plays, and it was on from there.
Yeah, speaking of the tight ends, we're going to talk to Ryan Lonergan here in just a little bit. But, I mean, he was the key guy making those key blocks on those first couple of touchdowns. I mean, he had one of the biggest games on the team in this contest.
Yeah, Ryan's had a really good senior year, and that's what we needed out of him. He continues to play at a high level in his ability to block both in line but then on the perimeter. You know, I think both of Tommy's touchdowns, he was the key block on both those for sure, but then, you know, what he's been able to do in combination with the tackles that he's playing next to, you know, I think is critical in our zone game. So, yeah, I really appreciate Ryan's efforts, his patience, waiting for his opportunity, and he's having a heck of a senior year.
Yeah, I mean, he was the guy 20 or 30 yards downfield on the time of call a touchdown. He was the lone blocker on those 2 Tommy touchdowns, and he was the guy inside that kind of helped spring Julius Davis for the touchdown. When you do look at that, help us understand from the fan perspective, you know, which ones are the most impressive? Like, what is he doing that most tight ends can't do in some of these moments?
Well, I think he's got a lot of experience, so I think with experience comes angles. You know, you know where the ball is going, so you know where to block. You know the timing. You have a good feel for timing, especially those perimeter blocks. Those perimeter blocks don't need to be held for forever if you're not in a hurry, I guess. So your tempo is important, and then, you know, taking the defender probably where he wants to go, knowing we have really fast guys, you know, whether it's Ty or Tommy behind you that are going to hit the hole fast and be by you in a heartbeat, I guess.
Yeah, it's like watching a Lamborghini fly right by you when these guys get going. Now, on the defensive side, obviously without Brody Grebe, we saw a lot of guys getting some run at the defensive line side. Dominic Solano got some good opportunity this week. What was your impressions of his performance?
Yeah, that's Dom's played here and there. He's played the end of quite a few games, but that's probably the most significant time he's had, you know, from the start. So he's continued to come along as a second-year guy, a guy that's flashed. So he's done some really good things, and he hasn't been perfect by any means either. So, you know, to get out there and play, I guess, as much with the top group, really valuable experience for him. Hunter Parsons, you know, got to start, and I think Hunter continues to be, you know, a key player for us as well. So good to have that depth. Good to get Brody healed up so we can have him, you know, moving forward.
Well, it's going to be a strong test for the defense. defense this week against UC Davis, one of the great offenses in the conference. And, you're going to need the DBs. They've got a lot of great wide receivers. They're very veteran quarterback. And Andrew Powdrell and Simeon Woodard seem to have a phenomenal game this last week against Sac State.
Yeah, those two along with John Johnson, I think that trio has played better and better as the season's gone along. I know John missed a little bit of time in the middle, but Simeon and Andrew have been solid as a rock all the way through. So corner is such an important position in our defense. You need to be able to cover. You need in our defense to be able to get run support and tackle from time to time too. And even this last game, Simeon got in there and got a sack. So those three guys, two at a time, their success will be a big reason why we have success as a defense. So we need them, to continue playing at this level.
Yeah, you mentioned the sack. It was the first career sack for Simeon Woodard as well as a fourth-year senior. So cool to see that. Now, the wide receiver crew they're going to be going up against this week for UC Davis. They seem to have really moved the ball around a lot. Batu's had some big games, including a 90-yard reception. Trent Tompkins has not one but two game-winning touchdowns in his career. What's this wide receiver core like for UC Davis?
Well, it's really versatile. They have a couple slot-type guys in Hutton and Tompkins, and then the big receiver in Davis, and then Batu's, I'd say he's more the speed guy. All that being said, their leading receiver is Larison. And then they got two tight ends that they find a way to get the ball to as well. So I think that's the piece of the puzzle, that they have a lot of them. It's not just one guy you need to stop. It's multiple. They're different talents all the way across the board, and the guy throwing it to him, a seasoned vet. He's been around for quite some time, makes really good decisions, and has a lot of ability to go along with being a really smart player.
Yeah, Miles Hastings over 3,000 passing yards this season. He was actually recruited to UC Davis by Tim Plow before Plow left and now came back. But can you elaborate just a little bit for Miles? I mean, is it arm strength? Is it just knowing the offense? I mean, what has led to so much of his success throughout his career?
I think it's all the above. The experience, is such an important piece to a quarterback's success. Confidence obviously comes with experience. And then I think his ability, like I said, is really good. His sense of timing. They don't run him around hardly at all. He doesn't scramble hardly at all. But he's not on the ground too much as far as the sacks go. So he knows where he needs to go. He's really good at seeing downfield, yes or no, down to a check down. And that check down a lot of times is Larison, and you get the ball to him in any kind of space. It's a difficult thing. So, and they do a really good job of just being creative in general. And I think. He's a big piece to that. I'm sure he's an extension of the coaching staff out there, as much experience as he has. So, we have to be able to do everything we can to put pressure on him, everything we can to, confuse him if at all, just with our looks. And, ultimately, like any week, we can't let the ball get behind us. So if they do complete it, we got to tackle it.
All right, now we've gotten this far into this conversation without talking about Lan Larison, preseason offensive player of the year, Brody Grebe, preseason defensive player of the year. You mentioned Lan is getting some touches in the pass game as well. How have they evolved the way they're using him, and what does it look like their goal is to try to make him as fruitful as possible?
Yeah, well, we didn't play him last year, and I know he was injured. I think he was on track to have a tremendous year last year. So we saw him on film here and there. So I don't know if they're using him any differently. I know they're using him a lot. He's got over 250 touches. So in the run game, any of the types of runs they want to run with him, he's very impressive as far as what that looks like inside and out. In the pass game, a good chunk of those 40 catches are check downs, but then there's creative ways each way to get him downfield, get him kind of maybe hidden in some space and get him matched up against a linebacker, those type of things. So I think it's important for them to find different ways to get him the ball each week in space. They'll snap it directly to him as a Wildcat quarterback as well. He's throwing 3 times. So you name it, I guess, is what their offense does for Lan Larison to get him the ball, and then when the ball's in his hands, he's a lot to contend with.
All right, well, here we go. This one's going to be a lot of fun. Coach, appreciate the time today.
Yeah, excited for it.
All right, it's a battle between the blue and gold on both sides for a championship trophy on Saturday. We'll talk with tight end Ryan Lonergan in just a bit when Grace Lawrence rejoins us on the Bobcat Insider.
Welcome back to Bobcat Insider sponsored by First Interstate Bank.
Well, the Bobcats have stacked 10 1-0 weeks. If they stack one more on top of that, they'll be Big Sky champs as they head out to UC Davis to take on the Aggies, two undefeated teams in conference play. I'm Keaton Glogly, back with Grace Lawrence. And Grace, this 1-0 mentality has continued to work for them.
Well, it's one thing to say, go 1-0 every day, and it's another to put pen to paper and actually do it. And that doesn't just happen on Saturdays. It happens in the meeting room. It happens in what you eat. And this team is truly personifying that, which is going to be key now in the biggest game of the regular season.
And one of the biggest games in UC Davis's Division I history. Well, for the Bobcats, they've been in this place. They've been in this spot. And as we've watched this team continue to improve and do what they've done, one of the reasons they've been so great is they've just found a way to be in the right spot at the right time and execute their game plan. And Ryan Lonergan's been a big key of that.
Yeah, and he talks a lot about, waiting for his turn and learning from Trayton Pickering and learning from Derek Snell, which has been key in his growth and now being that veteran, which he'll talk about more coming up after this.
Get social with Bobcat fans and follow MTN Sports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Welcome back to Bobcat Insider, sponsored by First Interstate Bank.
Welcome back into the Bobcat Insider. Grace Lawrence here with tight end Ryan Lonergan. Thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Well, over the weekend, you guys made some history. 10-0 for the first time ever as a program. How does that sound?
Yeah, no, it's pretty surreal. Just never would have thought that we would have been 10-0, but I just know that we got a bunch of guys that are bought into the program, and it's not too hard to do if we got all of those guys.
Yeah, sharing this history with the senior class as big and as special as the one you're a part of, what's that like?
Yeah, no, definitely with all of us seniors, it means a lot to our final season to be 10-0, and can be more proud of us seniors, just gunning it through all 6 years and finally getting to this end stage of our career, and being 10-0 is truly a blessing.
You were so key in so many of the touchdowns, especially that first one with Ty. Your block was so key. What were you seeing on the field when it came to those scores, and can you look up in time to see, 511 yards later, you guys get a huge win?
Yeah, no, that was pretty dialed up on our part. All week we practiced that exact same look, and credit to our GAs, they made that crystal clear for us, and it was honestly just a practice clip. We were just going out and doing our thing, really.
You guys talk about the 1-0 mentality, which has been so key to go 10-0 to start the season. And I know it's really big when you're playing teams that maybe aren't ranked as high as the one you'll play this weekend. How do you now use the 1-0 mentality for the number 4 ranked team in the country in Davis? Yeah,
definitely attacking the meeting room, going 1-0 in the meeting room, going 1-0 each and every day, your diet. What you put in your body is going to come to show on Saturday for sure. So every step of each and every day, and attacking a rep at practice and in the weight room, all add up to our success on Saturday.
Yeah, can you kind of take us inside the locker room? How excited are you guys, or are you just channeling the outside noise when it comes to what's at stake, I guess, this Saturday?
Yeah, you definitely have to channel that outside noise, because that can get to some individuals, but basically just dialing in on the details throughout the week will allow us just to go out and play our game Saturday.
Yeah, being a Bozeman native, switching gears a little bit, what's it like to represent Montana State, especially in your final year?
Yeah, no, this is what I dreamed of ever since I was a kid. Every Saturday going to the Bobcat game, I knew this is where I wanted to be, and finally getting the opportunity to live out those dreams has been really special to me, for sure.
Yeah, working with guys for years like Trayton and Derek, any piece of advice in particular they gave you that still sticks with you now as the veteran in that room?
Yeah, basically just perseverance, really. It's just being behind those guys for 5 years in my career, I've definitely had doubts in my mind, should I be here? Is this the place for me? And they always have my back, yes, this is a place that you need to be. This is a place that you're going to have success, and don't change that. You'll get your time.
Yeah, and now being in their shoes and being able to mentor guys, I'm sure, like Hunter Province and Rylan Schlepp, what's that like?
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. Ever since Hunter and Schlepp have been into our program, definitely put them underneath my wing a little bit, and seeing those guys, their success and the way they're blossoming right now is actually really cool to see, and their confidence in their play, and it is pretty cool.
Yeah, and then adding not only an athlete but a personality like Rohan Jones to that mix. What's that been like?
No, that's definitely refreshing. He's a character, and you can get really lost in the business of football, and he like drags you out of that, and it's like, all right, this is a game. This is a game that you've been playing since you were a kid, and like you should have fun with that. And he definitely allows us to with his personality.
Yeah, when I ask him about kind of how he integrated into Montana, he likes to talk about how you took him fishing.
Yeah.
Can you take me through that story? How was he as a fisherman, all of it?
Yeah, no. One day I was going fishing, and one of my buddies he couldn't go with me, so I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna call around on the team. And then I thought of Rohan because he's never gone fishing before. I was like, hey, do you want to go fishing? And he's like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And I would go up to Big Sky and like take him to the spot, and I taught him how to like basics of tying a fly, like tying a knot and casting, and just kind of set him up with a good rig. And sure enough, he got 2 of them, and it was really cool to see how pumped up he was, for sure. That was cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, talking about your old tight ends coach, who still, I'm sure he's the offensive coordinator now, and Tyler Walker, but now moved over to quarterbacks. How has he been in that role? How is he still as a mentor to you?
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. I like seeing him where he's definitely like tight end oriented. You see that on Saturdays with plays that in the tight end room that we make, and yeah, no, it's definitely really cool. You see him like every single day. He's talking to us like he's still our coach, and couldn't ask for a better guy. How
is it working with Tommy Malott, who been so special for his whole career, but he seems to have a new gear this year, which is crazy.
Doubt. Yeah, Tommy, like I feel like he's always had that this aspect of like his play this year that he's shown always within him, like being like dual quarterback system that we had last year. Like he didn't really have, I feel like, the opportunity to like showcase what he could potentially like fully do. So like now finally seeing that like come to fruition is pretty cool. Like, yeah. I'm just going to basically jog. I just see him run by dudes at like Eastern Washington. I'm like, dang, those are some angles that he's outrunning by some DBs, and that's got to be really fast. You got to be really fast to be able to do that.
Yeah, talking about this Saturday, his play is going to be key, your play is going to be key. What stands out most about Davis? What are you guys hoping to dial in this Saturday to get that win?
Yeah, definitely it's going to be one in the trenches. It's going to be a physical game. We all know that, and they got some dudes up front, and they got some dudes in the linebacker room. So just basically winning with physicality is going to dictate the victory on Saturday.
Yeah, and I mean 2 more regular season games left. You're going to have Senior Day next year here in your hometown. What's this final run meant to you, and are you able to soak it in these final 2 games?
Yeah, no, it's meant everything to me. It's just coming from Bozeman. This is what I always wanted to do, and yeah, it's kind of hard to like soak everything up on Saturdays because you're just like so locked in and focused on what you got in front of you. But you have to take those moments, like running out on the field and just taking it all in and feeling those 22,000 screaming fans that are on your side. And yeah, it's been pretty cool. I'm excited about the rest of the season.
Definitely. Well, some hardware might be given out this Saturday, so best of luck as you guys head to California. Stay tuned because Keaton and I will be previewing that matchup against Davis coming up after this.
Take coverage of the Cats with you. Download our app for your favorite mobile device today. Welcome back to Bobcat Insider, sponsored by First Interstate Bank.
Welcome back into the Bobcat Insider. Grace Lawrence here at Keaton Galogly. And Keaton, we're here. It's a huge matchup on Saturday. Let's each pick a key going into this game.
All right, I think one of the biggest X's and O's in this game is going to be the Bobcat defensive backs against this big-time wide receiver core for UC Davis. Miles Hastings makes phenomenal decisions. He's an extremely veteran quarterback. He's very, very poised, and he has a lot of different guys that he can get the ball to. We heard Coach Vegan talk about all the different weapons they have there. They can hit the deep ball, they can hit the slot man, and Landon Larison has been their leading receiver. I think these DBs, Simeon Woodard, John Johnson, and Andrew Powgel are going to be absolute difference makers in this game.
I mean, and you mentioned versatility. That's what's been key with the UC Davis offense. My key is going to be the trenches. Ryan Lonergan talked about it last segment, but I mean, it's really going to be that line and this offensive line, the 511 yards. You got to build on that coming into this game, and there's so many weapons when it comes to the run game, so they really have to win in the trenches.
Yeah, it's going to be fascinating fascinating to see a UC Davis team that only allowed 77 rushing yards against Montana last week against a Bobcat offense that put up 511 on the ground this week. It's truly an unstoppable force and an immovable object.
And I'm hoping for a great atmosphere. It's going to be my first time going to Davis, and I really think it could be a sellout. It could be a really fun time to hand out some hardware.
Well, the Aggies did set a program single-game record with 14,000 fans earlier this season. We'll see if they eclipse that this week, coming up with a 6 o'clock Mountain Time kick between the Bobcats and the Aggies for the Big Sky Championship. For Grace Lawrence, I'm Keaton Galogly. This has been the Bobcat Insider.